Okay, it looks like we're live. Man, I hope that my voice is carrying through. Anyways, this is Soldier of Self-Mastery here, Stockton, California. Santos Rolon Jr. I apologize for the late broadcast. We're gonna complete this. Hopefully we'll get some attendees here. It is Friday night, a live power hour with Soldier of Self-Mastery. I was gonna have a guest in the studio. Once again, there's been some technical difficulties, so I'm not gonna be able to have that today happening, but I'm here. Let me fix this camera because it's a little bit, let me see if I can get this going. Okay, that's a little better. I see we have somebody that joined. This is episode 18, I believe. I'm a little bit kind of, how can I say this? I'm a little bit not focused tonight because of some technical difficulties and a little bit of bad news that I got earlier from some of my work that I was creating. So, but anyways, we're here, we're live. We're going to take a little bit today and we're going to talk about some very important things. First of all, I want to get some house cleaning out of the way. I know somebody had mentioned, Santos, why aren't you showing your book? You know, you're promoting your book, you're online. So here it is. I do have a copy of my book today. Unfortunately, I got some bad news. There's some editing that's going to need to be redone. There's going to be some editing that's going to be, but I'm going to read something out of the book anyways tonight. I'm going to share a couple of things out of the book. We're going to talk about it. Once again, we're here Fridays, we're here Sundays, alive, 4 p.m. This is your program, my friends. I don't mind if you interrupt me, but I would like to know who you are and where you're from. Bring your question, bring your thoughts. Who knows? I might even get a troll, you know, here or there, and I might get beat up a little bit, and that's okay. I could use some beating up. I'm encouraged. I'm motivated. It is Friday. We're getting ready for the weekend. And why are we here? Why are we here? We're here because we want to distract problems in our lives. We want to focus on the main things, on the important things, so that we continue becoming better, right? So that we continue becoming, reaching that next level of thinking, reaching that next level of lifestyle. I don't know about you, my friend, but I want to get better every single day. I want to grow. I want to get better. I want to mature. I want to continue to fight against the temptations and the triggers that can so easily get in our way to distract us at times. So once again, I apologize. Obviously, we know we're here. And I'm going to do a little bit of reading. So the book is on Amazon. Obviously, if you do purchase the book, and I'm going to give away a book. I'm not going to give away a book this episode, but in due time, I'm going to give a book away. I want to make sure it's the corrected version because there's a few mistakes. It's just editing mistakes, really. So those of you that have purchased the book, I thank you very much, and I hope that you're studying, you're meditating on it. And once again, my link, my connection link, my new revised website or weblog, whatever people call it, I call it a website, is right there in the top of the chat area. If you haven't subscribed to soldiersofselfmastery.com, I would encourage you to do so. You're going to get a free gift, and I would encourage you to take advantage of that free gift, because if there's one thing that we need more of every single day, I'll tell you, to be honestly, I mean, we need more of many things. Bashea Theodore, welcome to the live broadcast. Hi there, Santos, still your student, and that's forever because I'm free from gambling over 2 years now, free of gambling other than one trip I tried and lost again. That time, laughed out loud, but gambling is no way. Thank you, Bashea Theodore. Thank you for your comment, your thoughts, your encouragement. Thank you. I appreciate that. So once again, if you're there, I could see a few other people. I would really enjoy if you identified yourself. Maybe let me know where you're from. Stop me if you have a question. Again, I'm going to be reading from my book, my personal book that I've made. And I'm going to again, I'm going to not only challenge myself, but I'm going to challenge you. So, and remember, if these broadcasts, if these live broadcasts are helping you in some way, if my videos are helping you in some way, I would encourage you to share the videos. Share them. Because when you share, when you help other people, that help is going to come back to you in some form and in some way. And also, if you find that these broadcasts, again, Soldiers of Self-Mastery video channel, YouTube video channel, if it's helping you in some way, donate to this mission, because what you're going to do is you're going to help me. That's what you're going to do. And again, if you help me, you're going to help yourself. We're going to help other people. So I see that we've got on this Friday, you know, I've been challenged. In fact, I've been challenged for the last 2 weeks. Can you hear me very well? I know I've got can you hear me very well? I'm using my microphone today. I'm hoping that it's coming through very well. Hi, Laura. Went Tuesday, but gave my pause to hubby. I think it was a step forward. Anytime that we make progress, anytime that we defeat temptation or triggers, it's always going to be a step forward, even if it's a little step forward. So thank you, Theodore. Thank you for letting me know. So I'm gonna take a few seconds here. If you have a question, if you want to share something, again, the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to help people fill their mind with something positive, because it's Friday. You know, Friday's payday for most people. Hello, Joe. Good to see you on the broadcast. By the way, I believe this is broadcast either 17 or 18. Let me hold on for just a moment. Hold on. Oh, and I am going to be reading from my personal book. I'm going to be changing the title. I'm going to be changing the book cover. So this is going to be a book. It's still on Amazon, but it's going to be a little bit different. So let me take a look at my notes here real quick. This is Friday. This is actually episode 17, my friends. And once again, as I like to say, a couple of things that I want to share with you. You guys remember what John F. Kennedy said? Anybody remember what John F. Kennedy said? One of his famous quotes. I'll leave it hanging for a minute. Great afternoon, Daniel, New York City. Greetings from New York City. Greetings to New York City from Stockton, California, Daniel. Good to have you on board. This broadcast is going to be a little short, I promise. I'm not going to keep this 45 minutes. So if people come in after 30 minutes or so, and time goes by so quickly, I am going to be winding it down. I was supposed to have a guest. Unfortunately, due to technical difficulties, I couldn't get him on board. His name is Edwin, but he's going to be back with us sometime. And again, it may not be through a YouTube live. I may have to change it up a little bit. Edwin from Manassas, Virginia. I don't know if he's watching the broadcast, but he is a martial arts instructor. He is a retired school teacher from New York City. And he's also he's an entrepreneur helping people in the field of digital currency, which is the future of money, my friends, the future of money. So there's Joe, there's Daniel, there's Bashaya, there's Laura. I welcome you guys to the broadcast. If you have a question that you want to ask me, hey, we can talk about problem gambling. We can talk about mindset. We can talk about positive self-talk. We can talk about journaling. Whatever you guys want to talk about. If you want to ask me a question, I'm willing to stop. And I will focus on what it is that you have. What's Red Hawk? Red Hawk, that's a casino past Sacramento. I believe that's what it is. Yeah. There might be others titled Red Hawk, but basically that's a casino up past Sacramento. About, I don't know, maybe an hour to 2 hours from where I live here. Every time I don't drive there often. I drive by there. I give them the finger and I yell at that casino from my car at the top of my lungs. It's kind of a psychology, mental psychology to just get me to hate the casinos. Oh man, that they used to have a pleasant odor. For me, casinos used to have a pleasant odor, aroma. Today, they have a horrible stinking odor to me. So yeah, nope, the call. Welcome to the broadcast. Thank you. Santos, I'm good at picking horses, but I have no control or respect for money. Well, let's look at that. That's a good question. You have no respect. You're good at picking horses. Well, you know, whether it's picking horses, whether it's paying for watching dogs run down a track, whether it's buying scratchers, lottery tickets, whether it's going into a casino, playing cards, or playing Keno, or pulling the handle, or pushing buttons on those video machines, it's all people call it gaming, right? It's all a trap. Eventually, people fall into the trap, especially if you win money. Because if you win money, and okay, you win money, but you go back and you lose, right? You lose, and then you win a little bit. It's not a real win, my friend. It's not. It's a cycle. And it's a treacherous lie is what it is. As a matter of fact, I said that I was going to mention this. I call the casinos the devil's playground. And I'll tell you why I believe the casinos or any form of gambling, because I believe there's a spirit. It's spiritual behind all of that. I've had a lot of comments. Daniel says the devil's den. Exactly. Let me see. Laura says, I'm going to bingo for a Hawaiian party. This is just for fun, dress up. Well, as long as, again, I can't tell anybody what to do. I come on here because I want to help people distract their thinking process on Fridays, because Friday is a very big day for temptation and triggers, because a lot of people get paid on Fridays. So again, I can't tell anybody what to do, and I'm not here to judge anybody. I know it took me a while to get free. Honestly, it took me a while. It took me several years. But here's the thing, that there are tools, there are life hacks available that we can use as shortcuts. And, for some of those things, we have to pay. I don't really believe in a lot of the free stuff, because if you get into something free, it's really easy to get out of it because you didn't really put in anything into it. But yet it's amazing. I look at my life. It was amazing. I remember I could go into a casino, and within 1 hour or two, I could easily go through several hundred thousands of dollars. Well, several thousand. Okay, I could easily in half an hour go through $3,000 or $4,000. And today, obviously, I don't do that anymore because, number one, I can't and I won't, and I'm free. But think about what you can do with $3,000 or $4,000. Think about what you can do with $1,000, especially if you have a family. I mean, $1,000 today, $1,000 today is not as profitable in your pocket or in the bank account as it was 10 or 15 years ago. Money is losing its value, my friends. Fiat currency, the dollar, the yen, the euro, the rupee, it's losing value. That's one of the reasons why I was going to have someone come on board tonight and talk a little bit about the future of money, digital currency. And we're heading that way. We're already in it. Bitcoin, Litecoin, there's many different types of currencies out there, digital currencies, over 800 digital currencies out there. I know I've invested in some of them. Some money I've lost, a little bit I've won. But I'm not here to talk about Bitcoin or anything of that matter, unless you guys want to talk about that. What's important here is preparation of our mind. So Laura says, I don't like bingo. This is a hula party. Yeah. Nope, the call says, or Nop the call says, when you gamble heavy, it's hard to end up believing in unseen forces. Yeah, you get trapped. You actually become hypnotized. You become hypnotized. It's the same thing with drugs. People hypnotize themselves. You can, one time or two times, some people are very, very weak. They're very weak and they can get addicted very, very easily and quickly. Some other people are a little bit more tougher within their mindset. So it takes a little bit more to get addicted, right? To become entangled. I don't like the word addicted. They become entangled. And ultimately, we give permission to those things. We honestly do. We're always in control. You're always going to be in control, whether you believe it or not. The problem is that most people are blind. And we become blind by the beauty, by the shininess, or by the excitement, right? Whenever we do something that releases endorphins or dopamine from the brain into our chemical, into our body, we find the joy in that. And then when we're angry, when we're upset, or we're having a difficult time with life, what do? We go for that dopamine, whether it's a cigarette, whether it's alcohol, whether it's drugs, whether it's gambling. So I wish I could control people, right? People ask me, hey, Santos, man, I need your help. Can you help me? Well, all I can do is just share my story. That's all I can do. Share my story, share my enthusiasm, share my freedom. Sometimes, you know, I'm free. I'm free, and I'm very grateful to the Lord Jesus Christ for that. But I've worked for my freedom. You know, my freedom didn't come easy. I've worked for it, and I still work for it. That's part of the reason why I'm here. So going back, I've got some, Daniel says, definitely going to a cashless society. Yeah, we are. We're already in it. We are already in it. There's many companies out there that accept Bitcoin and different other types of digital currency. So, yep, he's right. I figured I might as well have fun. We all have choices. Yeah. We all have choices. John F. Kennedy said, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. You know, anytime you win money at a casino, anytime you win money with a scratcher, I know this is going to come a little bit strong, you're winning at the stake of other people losing money. That's one of the things that I think about. And I used to think about, man, if I win in the casino, there's people that are going to walk out of here completely broke, because it's not the government that's giving us money, right, through a casino. It's not the casino itself. It's the people that have been in there losing. So we're actually taking money from people. I don't know how that makes you feel, but that definitely doesn't make me feel any better. So Laura says, yes, go to work for it. I'm learning. Definitely going to a cashless society. So I'm going to read a little bit out of this book. By the way, as I said, I just found out today that my book has this is the new revised book, and it's going to be completely revised over the next week or two. I'm going to completely revise the cover, the title, and some of what's inside my book. There's some editing that needs to be redone, because I just found out that the person that formatted my book didn't do a very good job. I tell you, you know, you go to trust people and they let you down sometimes. That's why it's so important that when we team up with people, when we give money, when we donate, when we buy something, we really need to know who we're connecting with. And I'll tell you one thing about me. When you subscribe to my email list, you're going to get good quality emails. They may be little emails. They're not going to be 1 or 2 pages of emails. I'm usually doing it once a week. And I do my best to give you motivation, inspiration, videos. And I'm going to even offer you maybe something of quality that you can purchase that's going to help you. Because that's what I'm about. It's not about offering people junk. It's about giving people value, helping people. And that's what I want to keep doing. As long as I have breath in my lungs, I'm going to continue to help people. Through my mistakes, through my failures, fumbling, I'm going to keep going because I'm excited. I'm excited. And who knows? I mean, today could be my last day, right? Today could be my last day. But I've worked on creating a legacy. I've worked on creating a legacy so that when I'm gone, let me fix the camera just a little bit. When I'm gone, my work will carry on. And that's my hope. So, as you say, one big fat lie. Santos, you never win, and when you did, having trip, you're just getting your money back from losing trips. It's not a real win, man. If you're a problem gambler, if you're struggling with some form of gambling, you're not winning. That's the truth. You're not winning. Anyways, I'm going to go into my book. And I'm going to pick something. I'm just going to go at random, and I'm going to do some reading. Okay? Here we go. Let's see what the book says here. Oh, man. Okay. Page 52 of the book says, by mentally and verbally reminding yourself that there will be little bumps along your journey, you'll be able to quickly jump over them. These bumps will undoubtedly show up. We don't plan to fail, okay? Everyone should make a plan not to fail. The wise can see what's ahead and make the necessary quick adjustments to grow, G-R-O-W, through the experience before reaching what is ahead. Be prepared for life. It's what makes everything about your life more exciting and grateful. The motive for this book, or the book is intended to help provide a personal life boost to those who truly want to help themselves. You must be true to yourself first. If you follow the fun life hacks within, it will help you attain your freedom day by day. Remember to empower your strengths, not your weaknesses. Life is a series of reminders. So, we love you, Santos. Thank you, Daniel. Hey, I love you guys too. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the comments that I'm getting on my YouTube channel. Now, every day, it's turning to just about every single day that I'm getting comments. And I try my best to answer all of those comments. But I can see that there's going to come a point where obviously I'm going to have to hire somebody when I'm able to help me. But I'm just not going to be able to get to all of those comments or emails. And it's a great thing to have, you know. It's called growth. It took me 3 years to get here. One of the main reasons why I was able to overcome problem gambling and many other areas in my life was because I began to get a new vision. I began to get something that was bigger. My mission, creating t-shirts. In fact, I have 2 inventions that I'm sitting on. I haven't even scratched the surface with those 2 inventions because it takes a lot of money to get them out to the marketplace. But writing, creating t-shirts, making videos, being live, doing some part-time coaching, that's huge. I've never done anything like that, never. And I've worked hard to get here for 2 years. Basically, I saw nothing happening. And here we are, the 3rd year. By the way, the number 3 is a very, very powerful number. It's a very meaningful number. And I didn't give up. I kept going. And here I am in the 3rd year. And sometimes I wonder, what is God? Where is God going to take me through all of these things that I'm doing? You know, I keep growing. But again, my desire is to help people. My desire is that these videos will get out there before somebody in the casino or somebody out there in the world that's making a lot of money that maybe owns casinos tries to shut me down. Because believe me, there's people out there that would love to see my video channel shut down. Believe me, that's the truth. But as long as God gives me grace, I'm gonna preach. I'm going to preach, and I'm going to help people. You know, I see the emails that come in. I see a lot of people that are already being helped. But again, it is a struggle. It is a battle. And for some people, it becomes very difficult. I have help. I know that I can't do what I'm doing by myself. I need help. I need people to help me with videos. I need people to help me sharing the videos. I need help. That's why I don't mind asking and encouraging people. Hey, you know, even with the mistakes that I have, the editing mistakes that I have on this book, I'm willing to let it stay on Amazon. I'm going to let it stay until I make the new revised version and fix those things. But there'll still be a few mistakes. The key is that we look past those mistakes, right? At least for the time being. And it's like in your own life. If you focus on your mistakes, you're going to stay stuck. If you focus on your mistakes, you will stay stuck. The key is to move away, right? Move away from those mistakes and figure out what it is that you want to do. Figure out exactly what it is that you want to do and start working. And that thing has to be bigger than you. Eleanor Roosevelt. By now, you guys know what Eleanor Roosevelt says, right? She says, do something that scares you daily. And we're getting close to the hour here. I'm going to be wrapping up in I don't know, maybe about another 5 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes, I'm going to wrap this session up. Because the way that I wanted it to work out, it just didn't work out. But again, I hope that you feel empowered by what I'm sharing with you. I'm glad that you came on board. Those of you that have come on board tonight, it's kind of been a small audience. And again, the audience is going to dictate whether I keep going with these programs, basically. If I can continue to grow this audience and reach people, I'm going to stay here because that's the key. And so we've got some great things going on. I watched 2 of your videos today. Thank you, Laura. And I hope that you take away something. Take something away. I know you are, Laura. I really believe that you are. I can feel some changes coming from your end. Even in your comments. And again, I listen. I'm not here to judge you in any way. I'm not here to judge you. This is a very, very difficult battle that you're in. We're all in. I'm still in the trenches with you guys. Just because I'm completely free and casino, problem gambling doesn't really have a grip on my life. As time goes on, I find other areas that I have to work out in my life. And that's just the way it is. But we must be focused on growth. We must be focused on getting better, taking our lives right to that next level, doing things that are bigger than us. So I thank you, Laura. And Laura says, I felt myself going in circles at the casino. It didn't make sense after a while. Yeah, that's what happens, right? I'm glad that that's happening for you. I'm glad that you're making the changes. There's a lot of people in bondage at casinos. It's actually very sad. You ever sit back in the casino and look around, just watch people? I used to stay in front of a casino, in front of a machine, and you know, if you've been there, you could be in front of a casino. You don't even want to get up to to go to the bathroom. You don't even want to get up to go eat. You are basically hypnotized in front of that computer. And same thing with people doing drugs. I remember back in Connecticut when I lived in the projects. You know, people used to sell cocaine and the older guys. I mean, I was in the stuff, but I would never do something like, they would put powdered sheetrock. Think about this. They would actually put powdered sheetrock, which is white, almost looks like cocaine. They would mix it with cocaine to add more volume to it, and people would shoot that into their veins. Today, they mix all kinds of stuff with cocaine. They call it cutting it or filler. Think about that. I remember watching these guys in the hallways, just in the apartment buildings. They'd be with blood and stuff, blood on the walls, and they'd be sitting there, peed on themselves. Just horrible things, man, what people do. And casinos is, you know, it's a drug. People shooting cocaine. Now, of course, I lost many good friends to that kind of stuff. I'm glad that I escaped it. I left Connecticut when I was 18. I entered into the United States Navy. I saw some really, really raunchy stuff. People, man, people do some really raunchy stuff. But when you're in the casino and you're sitting in front of that machine, you could be there for hours and hours. It's like you're just completely hypnotized. That spirit, whatever's controlling within that casino, I truly believe there is a spirit within a casino. I'm beginning to see that more and more. Michelle Theodore says, I'm one of Santos' living students from problem gambling. I'm over 2 years clean with one slip up of going back and lost. But that one day really confirmed that lifestyle is not for me. I'm telling you, but oh man. Woo, man. I'm telling you, when you wake up on a Friday morning, when you wake up on a Saturday morning or on a Sunday morning or any day during the week, and you've got a little bit of money in your pocket, and that thought to go gamble comes into your head and you say, hell no. I mean, that is one of the most phenomenal experiences that you can have. I remember when I started feeling that, I was like, man, I wish I would have had this a year or two ago or 10 years ago. So thank you for sharing that, Michelle. I hope I got it right. Michelle Theodore. Laura says, yep, it's not fun lifestyle at all. A lot of people could be getting help right here. It's a shame. I'm hoping that many people are starting, a couple more numbers are starting to climb. If you're here and I don't know who you are, identify yourself. If you want to share your name, where you're from, or you have a question, I would enjoy that. This is your program, my friends. This is not my program. In fact, YouTube, Soldiers of Self-Mastery YouTube channel is not even my channel. I've been privileged to be there. It's your channel. Take advantage. Share the videos. Comment. You're helping other people. Not only are you helping me, but you're helping other people. And you know what happens, right? The law of attraction, the law of sowing and reaping, what you give out comes back to you in some form. Some people call it karma. But whatever you give out, right? If you plant seeds, you're gonna get a harvest somewhere, somehow, my friend. Wow, proud of you. You are right, Santos, about a spirit. Yeah, it is. That's why I call it the devil's playground. And I'm telling you, the casino, many people commit suicide. 5%, I believe it's higher. 5% of the people that get trapped, and that's probably just in the United States, 5%. I believe the number is higher. That's a statistic that I read about online a couple years ago. 5% commit suicide because they can't see. They become so entangled. They become so hypnotized. They end up taking their own life. Thank you. Thank you, Laura. Excuse me. Daniel says it's a horrible feeling after a relapse. Yeah, it is. It's horrible, man. You big baller. Hey, welcome to the episode, big baller. Thank you for joining us tonight. I said I was going to be on here for just a little bit longer. You guys keep coming on board. Thank you, big baller. This is episode 17 of Friday Night Alive Power Hour with Soldier of Self-Mastery. I'm excited to be here. You know, I've overcome problem gambling. I've overcome childhood trauma. I've overcome fear. I've overcome, I was an introvert. I go dance in the middle of the street if I didn't get hit by a car today. I'm so excited about life. And another reason why I'm so excited, I'm helping people around the world. But I'm really excited because truth is, other people are becoming free. And that really excites me, that other people around the world, I'm helping other people. So you should try your best to grow. This it is like being in a meeting. Oh, I'm working. You know, I have a subscription list. I should have sent out an email today. I was supposed to have a guest. I'm working on having guests on these episodes. but it doesn't look like it's going to work out that way. Well, we're still working on it. That's why I'm here. Santos has taught me a lot. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Big Baller, for encouraging me. Hey, if any of you guys can help me with my channel, if you've got insight to marketing online, connect with me. My link is at the top of this channel. Connect with me. Share your ideas. Maybe you want to be a part of this vision. You know, we're helping people. That's the key, because we don't know how long we're going to be here. We don't know. None of us know. So if you have the ability to help, whether it's financially, whether it's to purchase my book, even though it has a few mistakes in it, it's still good, or you have some other way of helping me, I'm open to ideas, my friends. I'm open. So Soldiers of Self-Mastery, my link where you can connect with me is at the top of this channel. Laura says, I spent a lot of money. It's crazy. When I go back to work, I'll go to the malls again. Yeah, I mean, we blow so much money on these casinos, and you know, again, like I said, you really need to pay particular attention what coffers you're putting your money into. You got to have a good charity. You got to have a good a mission where you're putting money into, and especially if you have children, you know, buy things for them. Buy things that are going to be educational for them, things that are going to help your children, and invest in your family, invest in yourself, education. But share my videos, you know, share, comment. When you comment, it helps big time. And find ways. If you can take a video or two during the week and put it on Facebook or put it on Twitter or put it on Instagram, whatever you can do to help out, my friend. That's what I ask. So yes, Big Baller, I'm doing my best to try to do something. Beshea Theodore says, listen to me, just follow the steps for about 2 to 3 weeks and be committed to change of giving up that lifestyle and living better. Then all the step is for your automatic lifestyle to kill. Not sure if I read that correctly. I did post one of your videos on Facebook. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. I really do. I really appreciate you doing that. Remember, what you give out comes back to you too. So I'm going to be closing here. I'm going to be ending this broadcast. We have the ability to better ourselves. You have the choice, my friend. You are in control. If you give permission for something to entangle you or hypnotize you, you're giving them permission. It's just like if you go to a hypnotist. You know, hypnotists do strange things. If you've ever watched people on a stage, a hypnotist can turn people into a chicken, a frog, Elvis Presley, you know, some famous singer. It's amazing. But the hypnotist knows that unless you give him permission, he can't hypnotize you. And it's all part of your brain, right? You have a phenomenal brain. You have a masterpiece right here. This is a masterpiece. And you're going to make mistakes. You're going to fall. You're going to bleed sometimes. You're going to get some really ugly bumps on top of your head at times. But never let go of the fact that you have something. It's called the gift of God, the creator, the master of the universe put this thing inside you. However he did it mysteriously. I know we're born inside the womb of a mother. It's through conception, right? When a man and a woman have, I call it, they do the marriages, right? And the sperm reaches the egg and it ties all together. And next thing you know, there's a baby born. But within that process, I believe the master of the universe gives us this brain, and we can develop it. We can develop it. We can become our very best. We can help other people. We can motivate ourselves. We can do some very, very, I mean, look around you, right? Some of the things that people do, of course, some of the things that people do sometimes also scare me, right? People want to do strange things, you know, put a third eye up here or tattoo their eyeballs black, or turn themselves into a lizard. I remember I watched some videos on YouTube and some of the things that women do to themselves to become more enhanced. Even men do the same things. I'm not saying you guys are doing this, but I'm just saying the ideas that come out of here are phenomenal. Sometimes for the worse, but I'm hoping for the best. And every one of you guys, every single one of you guys that's on this broadcast, you have a gift, you have a talent, you have an ability. You may know what it is. You may not know what it is. Once you start digging deep inside yourself, you'll find it. You get around the right people, you'll begin to think a little bit differently. Get around the right books, the right videos, the right classes, whatever it may be. Maybe you go to, there's a program called Landmark where people go to, they pay a lot of money for it, but it's a program where you can go for 2 or 3 days. It's like an academy, a 2 or 3 day academy, and you learn. You get challenged and you learn different life hacks, and you're around some very positive people. I'm telling you. Hey, I'm open. If anybody wants to pay my way somewhere around the world, if somebody wants to pay me to be there with them for a day or two, to encourage you, kind of pat you on the back, shake your hand, I'm willing. I accept the challenge. So if anybody's out there, they'd love for me, or you could set up a meeting someplace, I'll come out there and get on stage and share my story and speak to whomever. I'm willing to accept that challenge because I just want to get out and help. I want to help people overcome. And I believe I am already doing that because I get the comments and the emails. But that's my mission in life. That's what I feel the Lord Jesus Christ has called me to do. So I went overboard. We cannot do it alone, Big Baller says, correct? Amen. Laura says, amen. I agree. Daniel says, amen. Or her life was even harder than Santos. All right, guys. Soldiers and soldierettes, once again, I want to thank you for episode 17. Sunday, we'll be back here at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you have somebody that's stuck in life that needs some motivation, that needs some encouragement, maybe they are a problem gambler, invite them to come on board. In fact, the next person on my next broadcast that brings somebody, I'm going to send you a copy. You'll win a copy of my book. I'll even sign it for you, put my autograph. Not that that's a big deal, but I'll sign it, and who knows? It's going to have some. Yeah, it's got a few mistakes. I'll read something else real quick here. Real quick, and then I'm going to end. By the way, this is page 65. By the way, you're always welcome to check out my weblog, podcast coming soon. This is talking about this program here, I believe. My videos and live interactive mind shift sessions via YouTube on Fridays and Sundays, Pacific Standard Time, 4 to 5 p.m. You may find going to meetings like Gamblers Anonymous another tool, possibly, that you can use temporarily to help you get started in the right direction. The key, stop and think. I will see you guys on my next episode. Thank you once again. This is Soldier of Self-Mastery here in Stockton, California. Once again, I offer coaching, one-on-one personalized coaching. You can check out the link at the top of this channel if you're interested in personal one-on-one coaching. My prices are very affordable. I do 1 month. I can do 1 hour or 2 hour sessions, strictly 1 hour sessions. I can do it for a month or two. And believe me, having me in your living room or in your studio office or wherever you would have me is going to help you create shortcuts so that you can get there faster. It's a little bit different when I'm kind of more or less looking at you eye to eye and you're looking at me eye to eye. So Sunday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. If this makes sense to you, please donate, purchase the book. And once again, remember to make every single day super fantastic, terrific, and over the top, my friends. In spite of and because of. I will see you on the next episode at the top on the inside. Peace through strength. Soldier of Self-Mastery out. Oh, any words? Anything that you guys want to share here real quick before I end? My son should join, and I'll tell him, but he works second shift. Okay. I may even move this session. By the way, I may even move this session to a later time. If I get enough comment, if I get enough emails saying, hey, Santos, this time would be a better time to do it, I may be willing to change. So it's up to you guys that are coming on board. If you feel that maybe later on in the evening would be better, or we can stick to the 4 p.m., of course, on Pacific Standard Time. So 4 p.m. is a little bit early on Friday for me. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you all from the top, not from the bottom, from the top of my heart. Peace.